can you explain what a digital footprint is? A digital footprint is someone's path on the internet. Internet sites that they've gone to, their web history, different things that they maybe purchased online, or anything that they have used technology to do. Number two, are you familiar with the ways that companies violate our privacy? I am. Sometimes they use information that you might not know they are recording. For example, different websites that you go to might save different things. You're getting a lot of stuff here. Sorry. That is so different information. Like if you sign up for a certain thing, maybe that means that your address, your email address is going to get emails from other companies that you didn't agree to send information to. And a lot of times it's in privacy, with the privacy concerns, it's in the fine print of user agreements, which not many people read. And so it's not technically an invasion of privacy, but people think it is because they don't think they're agreeing to it when they actually probably are. And naming specific companies. Google has been accused of it. As more and more things come out, Google Forms, Google Drive, all that stuff, they are slowly creeping into every aspect of people's lives and digital lives. And so maybe agreeing to use Google Plus, they automatically sync it up with their Google Drive and all that stuff, which they might not have given permission to. So it's sort of, it's an all-encompassing thing that people don't realize might, Google has it. Anything that you save with Google, they can use it for whatever purpose that they want. Number four, do you think our privacy is being lost as technology advances? I think yes and no, and that's just something relevant to just the fact that this phone has a camera. You had the whole big brother, little brother type thing where now you found a lot of things, crimes being committed rather than someone trying to help or stop something from happening. They take out their phone and just record it. So they have a record of them actually doing something or recording the event rather than actually helping out.
Ian.
Okay. Saying yes, no about the privacy. As technology advances, yes, it becomes more likely that we have to rely on technology, and there's a chance that it's not just privacy, but it's security as well that you have to look into, because if you use a mobile banking app, you are pretty much trusting that company, whoever made the app or whatever bank it's going to, that it's all secure. Because if someone finds something, then they could obviously steal your information. So we're choosing to use the technology, so our privacy is being put in danger, put it that way. So it's not so much that we're actually just displaying everything for people, but it's more that there's a possibility for it to happen. Protecting my privacy, I try not to have anything saved on my computer, like passwords or anything like that. I have to log in for everything. And I mean, that's, I think, is one of the best things to do, because in case someone logs into the same thing, they can get all that information. I try not to give out my email address if possible, because that could just lead to different things. I just try to not give as much information as I can if necessary. And do I do anything to stay off the grid? Well, social media, I'm not on there. Two parts, being a teacher, plus also different things that we could possibly have with our class, with any of the classes. And so I don't have Facebook, I don't have anything that social media wise, so that people that I can contact people if I need to contact them, as opposed to them always being able to watch what I do. But again, people that use that are displaying all their information for everyone to see. So I'm just choosing not to do that. So that's how I'm keeping my privacy my own issue.
Hey, bro! Listen, I was trying to buy this handcrafted mahogany wood model of a B-25 Mitchell Panchito aircraft.
Aw, for me?
Don't sass me. And I went to this website, and this ad popped up that said, "Hey, Ron Swanson, check out this great offer."
What's your question?
My question is, what the hell?
Like, how do they know who you are?
Yeah.
Okay. There are these things called cookies, where, like, if you go to a site and buy something, it'll remember you and then create ads for other stuff you might want to buy.
So it learns information about me? Seems like an invasion of privacy.
Dude, if you think that's bad, go to Google Earth and type in your address.
People ought to have the right to be left alone. I want to get completely off the grid.
That's crazy talk. I live for the grid. It's where I meet 40% of my jump-offs.
And if you're off the grid, how are you gonna post photos of the dope food at restaurants you're at and all the cool places you're stunting in?
Food is for eating. Places are for being. End of discussion.
Don't leave the grid, Ron. The grid is the best.
If anything, you need to get more on the grid.
Grid, 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 grid.
If you help me get off the grid, I will let both of you go home early.
No grid, no grid, no grid, no grid.
The internet is a key way that companies gather your personal information, not just the government. You need to get off social media. You can't stay on the grid if you have a social media presence. It's just the bottom line. You will have more privacy if you reduce your digital footprint, so you need to delete all of your social media accounts. Even private accounts can be accessed. Don't friend or follow people you know, or you can be traced. If you feel that you must, privatize your accounts and reduce the time that is spent on the web. It's shocking to see how much personal information is available online about everyone, from their address to their family. The first step is to Google yourself to see what's already out there. Then, you need to delete this information from these data mining sites. There are many paid sites that will delete much of this information for you. Overall, don't drive as much, in urban areas especially. Surveillance cameras and police devices are able to track your movements through your vehicle's license plate. Get rid of the GPS device in your car because you can easily be tracked.
Effects, awesome.
Do not get deliveries sent to your home because it will start a record. Get a post office box so that purchases cannot be traced back to your home. This will not only make it harder for data mining sites to find you, but also the government.
What is that?
This is a flying robot I just shot out of the sky after it delivered a package to my house.
I thought you didn't like to pass judgment on
The
business.
package was addressed to my son, who is 4 years old and does not own a grizzled doodad. Somehow the robots looked at Diane's computer and learned something about my child and then brought him a box of presents. So I destroyed the robot. No one is safe from these bastards. Tell me what to do, Leslie. I want to help you take them down.
It is necessary when trying to stay off the grid that you get rid of your phone. The built-in GPS in cell phones makes you easy to track, even when you don't make a call. You can be tracked because cell phones and cell towers are constantly connecting with each other. Whenever your mobile phone is switched on, your cellular network provider knows your location. And even if your phone is switched off, it doesn't mean you aren't being listened to. Therefore, you must remove the battery to ensure privacy. Another method is to get a prepaid phone and give whoever you want to talk to a prepaid phone as well. And you do not need to show ID to buy one in most states.
At the farmer's market with my so-called girlfriend. She hands me her cell phone, says it's my dad. Man, this ain't my dad. This is a cell phone. I threw it on the ground.
There you go.
What, you think I'm stupid? I'm not a part of your system. My dad's not a phone. Duh!
Cancel your bank account, or do not use credit or debit cards or bank online. Take cash out in small increments because the government tracks transactions larger than $10,000. Don't get loyalty cards from places like supermarkets because they will put you on the grid. Use gift cards for purchases because credit cards can be tracked. Encryption is coding something to change the message in any way that the user wants to change it. First off, you should set up an email account under a different name. You should use Gmail because it defaults using the SSL encryption, or Secure Sockets Layer, which is the standard security technology for establishing an encrypted link between a web server and a browser. There are two main different methods of encryption. One type is to encrypt with a password that you can send the recipient of the message so they can decrypt it and read it. The second type is a public key that everyone can access, and private keys that both the sender and the recipient both have, that are both used to encrypt the message and then decrypt it.
Yes, everyone, it is time to accept that the government can read your emails, and so can hackers, and so can the company that you work for. Encrypting those emails is the best way to protect your communications, but historically, that's been so difficult that no one ever did it. Luckily, there are some new tools coming out that are making it much easier to lock down your email. One I really like right now is called Virtru, and it's a free plugin for your browser. It works with Google Chrome and Firefox, not yet Internet Explorer or Safari. But once you download and install it, the next time you open up your email, Gmail or Yahoo or Hotmail, you activate Virtru and you can easily start sending encrypted email. It's very easy to install, and I really like that you can choose per email whether you want it to be encrypted. You can also restrict whether the email can be forwarded, and you can set expiration dates on the email too. It's a little bit of work for your recipient to read it, but they don't have to install anything. They just click a link and then they can decrypt the email on the web.
Get rid of your computer's hard drive. You can do this by boiling it in water and then smashing it with a hammer before discarding of it. You need to buy a new computer and encrypt the hard drive with a strong password, and then use the hidden drive feature. Never connect it to the internet, or you can be tracked.
Okay, all public photos of me recovered, nameplate removed from my office door, pediatrician files confiscated and destroyed. Anything I'm missing?
Great news, Ron. John Ralphio loves your shirt.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, I've been taking pictures of you all day for my new Facebook album, Ron Swan, Getting Off the Grid.
Tom, do you maybe see a problem with what you've done?
I do now, yes. Sorry.